All right. Hello and welcome everyone for a new session of streaming. I should have drank water before I started. I'm already thirsty. All right. First of all, welcome to any new people who wanted to join this stream. I made a small mistake, a glitch, when I didn't change the description of the stream. This is going to be about streaming, about writing Visual Studio Code extension that hides secrets in YAML files while in Visual Studio Code. Previously, in previous streams, we streamed about contributing to Minikube. I wrote a small, I would say, feature or bug fix to allow backward configuration backward compatibility. But we finished that. The pull request is ready, so we finished that. We're not going to talk about this today. We are going to talk about Visual Studio Code extensions. All right, let's have a small or a quick recap of what or where we ended last week. This is where we ended last week. The repo, I created a repo on my machine. And then I pushed the chain. I created an empty repo on GitHub, and then I added a remote, and then I pushed my code. Sadly, I added a folder. It was a root. This is really embarrassing. It should be really inside. All of this files should be in the root of this folder. I am going to try to do this to move them out at the end of the stream rather than at the beginning, because if we go through troubles doing that, we wouldn't have wasted the time on Git issues rather than Visual Studio Code extension. If you are on the chat, I added a Nightbot to the chat, so you can invoke commands in my chat that will respond to you while I'm streaming. So if you, for example, wanted to know the theme, the Visual Studio Code theme that I'm working on right now, you can hit, or you can type !, the word theme, and then the automated response will tell you what my theme is. I'm trying to add these as much as we go. I don't know what you would like to know while I'm streaming, that you'd like as a quick answer for what you are asking for. Maybe the repo of the project. But I also have this, like if you put ! the word project, it will tell you what we are doing and the path to the repo that we are working on. So this is, having said that, we put this out of the way. Let's check the code. All right. If I open Visual Studio Code, I'm going to increase the font. I should do this really before starting the screen, but I forget. Last time, what happened is that we figured out that this method is the activate that is going to be the first method Visual Studio Extension will run when the Visual Studio Extension is activated. I kept this one just for debugging purposes for a while until we reached reached a stage with our Visual Studio Code extension that is mature and we don't need to troubleshoot anything. We will put it eventually in the marketplace in Visual Studio as an extension, and you can download it. So we don't want to clutter the code and clutter the runtime with console logs like this. And then we had the register command. I didn't change the text yet. Maybe I should have, like, I don't know, you know what? Well, should we do it now? It shouldn't be hello world, really. It should be something more meaningful. Hello world. Let's keep it for now, but it definitely need to change it to hide my secrets. I don't know. To do change the command name from hello world to something else. Green. All right. I think this is the because we are trying to be as genuine as possible. This is the last time we didn't commit. We just added some comments, and we are going to continue and talk about the remaining of this code. All right, we figured out later as well. We searched and we found that you can reach the editor through Visual Studio Code. This is the module that we are accessing, and then window, and then active text editor. Once we get the editor, if it's valid, I don't know when actually the editor is not there. Maybe the active window is not really an editor. It might be maybe a tool bar or drawing canvas. So I'm assuming that it can be null. And then we have the document that is open in the editor. And then this is our friend. This is where when we said we are going to use, at the beginning we looked at the Visual Studio extension that is created for YAML to parse and lint and autocomplete and all these sort of things. I thought that the YAML parser is really part of this library or this extension, but I was surprised that they have created their own. They have created their own YAML parser, but they took the bulk of it from here. So they cloned it and they created their extension based on the clone. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm not 100% sure why, but this is what they did. This, of course, made our lives much easier because I was afraid that I'm going to go through this extension and try to extract all the parsing logic. But since we already know the original parser there as a library, what we did last stream, because I'm streaming live, I'm not doing things behind your back. We added the parser and we added it to the package to JSON, and now we have parser. And together we looked at the documentation in that file, and we saw that you can load the text of the document in the parser, and it will retain a parsed tree, let's say, I don't know. So this is where we stopped last time. And then I became clueless. All right, so to continue from here, last time we also debugged and we showed the tree, how it looked like, because I didn't understand exactly how the structure of the tree will look like. And it says here, YAML node class is an ancestor for all node kinds. Its kind, field determined node kind, one of kind enum. It's either scalar or a mapping. I'm assuming a list of properties. A map, I'm assuming an array, sequence, or maybe this is a sequence. I don't know. We'll try to figure this out bit by bit. We're not gonna rush. And some other stuff. After node kind is determined, it can be cast to one of the YAML node descendant types. All right. Let's see. In order for us to really understand what's going on, I'm going to debug this thing. Run extension, I think run, yeah. Run extension. Let's see how it goes. Right, now the extension is run. We need to open a YAML file. I think I need to narrow this down and open a YAML file. There must be a YAML file here. Nothing. I'm sure in Balchua has one. Consumer source. Come on, any YAML files. There you go. Oh, thank you, Balchua, for the sample. And then we also, there's one of the things that we need to understand is, or that we need to probably work on, is that we didn't put the code in the active method. We put it in the command, or didn't we? Oh, actually we did. Why did it stop debugging? Okay, let's put the debugger a little bit outside. Let's see if the Visual Studio Code is really working. So if I'm gonna say hello world, this is mine. Ah, here you go. Yeah. See what's happening? You'll see that once we are in the active, we have registered the command, and the code is in the command, is not in the activate method. So we need to invoke the command in order to do the parsing. I think we will move that logic outside, or make it in a different function and invoke it at the beginning of activation as well as when we're invoking the command. All right, so in the editor, if I go F10, my external keyboard, I have to keep pressing the function key in order to use the F keys. Not nice. And parsed. Let's see what we have in parsed. In parsed, you'll see the kind2. This is the root I'm imagining, and we have the mappings. So because it's probably what's the kind? Kind is 2. What is kind 2? I'm assuming that this is kind 2. Oops. So if we open it again, parsed, we have the mappings, and for each one of these, what is it? We have a key, it's an object, the kind is 1, so I'm assuming it's scalar. We have access to the parent, we don't care about the parent, but why does it say errors? The key raw value is API version, so I'm assuming that why am I assuming? Let's open the file, API version, and this is the key and the value. And the value is API, no, this is the key. We are still in the key, right? So the key is API version, and the value is raw value app version 1. I wondered why is this raw value. Maybe just to have a nice name. Value. No. Value and raw value. I'm not sure what the difference is. We'll see it for future ones. Alright. Feel free to jump in the chat, send any comment, make this interactive, ask questions, tell me you are wrong, Ahmad, you are wrong. That will be awesome. I'll keep my eye on the chat as much as possible. Alright, so now that we understand how this is structured, we can loop based on what type, and then check the key value. If the key value is a secret, then we continue. So I think we are going to build a recursive function. Also, we have the start position and the end position. So between 0 and 19, where do we go? Mappings, the first one, position 19. I'm assuming that's going to be 19, so let's do this. Are we in position 19? How can we know this? Should I expand it? I think I should expand it. Oh, here you go. Column 19. Ah, it's the whole thing, isn't it? From line 1, yeah. If the index is 0, so this one, when we say parsed, for this one, I'm gonna keep it to. Can I add it? Add it to. I can't add it to my watch. What about if I drag and drop? No. Okay, maybe if I do this, it's gonna stay there. I'm going to minimize the call stack and the watch. Open the mapping, this one, so we don't keep losing it. And put it in positions. Yeah, so the mapping, the whole mapping is from 0 to 19. But the value, maybe the value, if you open the value, in position is 19, but where start position is 12. Awesome. Awesome library. All right. Based on that, let's do, let's stop this one. Oh no, I'm gonna close this one because I think if I don't close it's gonna cause a problem. Close it and then stop, and then let's think about our recursive function. First of all, should we do it that way? I'm thinking, should I keep examining and say, for example, parsed dot kind, if kind, or we should just send the tree to the recursive function. So we say my recurse. I know it's a very bad name. No. Let's not go my recurse. Let's call it traverse and change. Traverse and change. Having the word and in a function, this is so wrong. Why am I doing this? Traverse and change. So we are going to send parsed, which is the root. I think we're going to do this. We're going to keep sending the root. And then we have to create this function. Do we have something to create function? Because I have been spending a lot of time in Visual Studio and I'm really pampered by the luxury we have. So we are going to create a function that's called traverse and change. It will take YAML scala, no, sorry, YAML node, correct? YAML node. Oh, I need to use the YAML parser. Did I call it YAML parser? YAML parser dot. What did we use? YAML parser, I think. YAML parser. So the type comes after. So it's node YAML parser dot YAML node. I think this is how it's going to be. And then it will not return anything actually. And we are just going to say if the node dot kind is YAML parser dot what dot, isn't it like this? This is how we check on TypeScript. Check is of type. And is instance of. It is an operator. This is an operator. Let's use instance of. An email instance of something. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the right way. Oh, wait a second. We are not checking the type. If the kind is a mapping, correct, which is 1 or 2, then we want to recurse. Traverse code, and we send node dot mappings. It didn't complain because I didn't cast. This is an interesting thing in TypeScript. Maybe we'll have a compiler error. What do you think? All right, function traverse, and then if it's not mapping, if the kind is else, I think it's going to be else because we don't really else. I know this is very lazy type. If node.kind equals scalar, then we want to change decoration. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we'll just say that. All right, I'm going to just console log and type or console, is it console or what is it? Console log. Console.log, we say location of value is, or range of value is, x is from x to y. How do we do string interpolation in TypeScript? Anyone remembers? TypeScript string interpolation. Dollar sign, of course, dollar sign. So it's this friend and this friend, and we say x is dollar sign, yeah, like this, and say node dot value dot why is there no IntelliSense? Maybe because we are not casting. Should we cast? Okay, we say, let's say var scalar equals the node as YAML parser dot scalar type. Oh, scalar. No. There is already the scalar value, the scalar part type. Okay, this is something new. Boolean, float, integer, null, string. But why? Let's just say YAML scalar. Alright, cast it, and then we say scalar dot value dot now we need IntelliSense. Value and start position starts with, is it started with or puts pad start? Starts with, no. Again, dot substring set log says trim value of I can't remember the maybe raw value. No. Scalar value. It was a property on the value, I remember. Wasn't it? Why can't we see the location? Scalar dot in position. Is the scalar is the value in position, start position? Yeah. So it's not really YAML scalar. So the node node dot value is this, and then we say I'm a little bit lost. Correct? And then we say in position. Let's do this. What's gonna happen? Start position, and then copy, and the Y position is in position. All right. Now we have the basics skeleton of our friend. I saved, and I should run. Run, my friend. and then we hello world, and F5. I'm hoping that we're gonna do everything right. So node is actually type of kind2, which is correct, which is a mapping. So if we do that, then we traverse again. So let's go inside. Now we are in the next step, I think. If kind equals 2, no, we are scalar, I'm hoping. So node is kind. Ah, why undefined? Ah, I see now. So the node itself, so if the kind is the mapping, we have a collection of properties in the node. So now the node itself correct? So we are sending mappings. Mappings is the array. I think I screwed up. Okay. Let's continue, or let's kill this thing again. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to close this window. Oh, close this. Stop. Bear with me. I'm very slow, I know, but this is why you guys are here and girls, to fix me and correct me. Hello world. Remove this one. Let's go here. And then the node is kind2, and then it will have mappings. I will not, silly me, I will not send mappings. I will loop on each of these mappings and send the ones inside. Okay. All right. So, oh, I forgot to close the window. When I stop debugging before closing the new window for the debugging extension, I usually get issues. So this is a problem. All right, let's hope it does not cause an issue. So in our case here, we will say for let child node in or of node.mappings, and then we cut this one and we say child node. This way I think we will go over the mappings. We go over the child nodes. Let's check if we are right. Again, debug, my friend. Oh, what happened? Yeah, debug. And invoke hello world. We are, so in this one, child node, that's good. We are sending the child nodes. So if 11, we go, if it's, no, it's not the mapping, so it's kind1, which is, hopefully it's a scalar. Now let's see if we are doing something crazy here. Node, okay, I should have disabled Twitter. Node, where are we? Node.value. Are we checking on the right thing? So if we have I think the node is everything, the key and the value, correct? but is value a scalar? This is the bit I'm missing. Or is this a scalar? How can we know the type in TypeScript? Okay. This is where I suck. Sorry. Alright. So let's go back to this value. Kind 0. What is kind 0? Is it scalar? This one is the value of scalar. There should be okay, the scalar is string value, important members, string value. Where's the scalars are one of the three main node types defined. There are many factors that can influence the type of datum represent something. To help inspection of YAML scalar to determine its data type when documented. Also, you can pass the YAML scalar to the determine scalar type function. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. I think this is gonna break in my face if I cast this value to a scalar. I don't think this is the scalar one, right? Let's just do it. If 10, and we have scalar. Oh, actually it worked. The value. All right, so the value is the scalar. And if we check scalar, I'm assuming that we have start position 12. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right, sweet. We have something, people. So if I remove this and I continue forever, I need to see the debug console. Nice. So we are seeing all the positions of the scalars. I sadly closed that file, so we can't really see it. But I'm sure it's correct. Alright, fair enough. Since the traversing is correct, now we should find a way to call this thing. Change decoration. Before we can change decoration, you know what? Remove this, and we say change decoration takes the scalar. This way we can create another function. Function change decoration that takes the scalar of type YAML scalar. And now we save and we stop debugging. And then do what? We check how we can change. I opened the API reference earlier. It was Visual Studio Code API. Visual Studio Code API. The commands. I know I did this before. I know we did it last year to change the color when we were doing regular expressions. So I know we did it, but let's just assume that we didn't and start from the beginning. Okay. Debug, no. We are not. Debug environment will come back. Extensions, namespace dealing with extensions. I don't think so. Languages, maybe languages. SCM tasks, no. Window, I think it's window. Workspace, it's not workspace. Accessibility, call hierarchy, code action, code lens. I think it's window. Color theme, presentation. I think color information, color, new color. Okay, this is the colors. Code lens. Comment controller, comment code. No. Custom document, custom editor provider. We're not doing a custom execution. We're not doing debug. Decorations, declaration provider, decorations instance render. What is this? Represents options for specific decoration. Range, render options. Render options apply to the current decoration. Is there decoration set? Open new tab. Text editor decoration type. Represents a handle to a set of decorations sharing the same styling options in text editor. To get an instance of text editor decoration type, use create text decoration type. A complex edit that will be applied in one transaction on a text editor. This holds a description of the edits, and if the edits are valid, it's not that. It's not that. I think we were right in the decoration part. Decoration range behavior describes the behavior of decorations when typing, editing at their edges. Closed, open, closed, no. Decoration render options. Background color before color. I don't know what is before. I think this is color cursor dark. I think this is what we want. But, okay, there's no reference to advanced topics. VSCode API. This guy. And Microsoft VSCode labels. API. I don't know what this is. Feature party between something. Feature parity. Sorry. Support font size. And lastly is this. Let's see what we have. Text decoration, CSS styling property that will be applied to text enclosed by decoration. Range behavior. I think we are very close, but this is all our references. Represents rendering style for text decoration. Come on, you can do this. We did it before. Issues. Allow task types to be disabled. This is wrong. We're not going to go through this. Feature parity between decoration render options and themable decoration attachment render option. No. Isn't there any guidance? I don't want to look in our old code. Support font size, decorations, options. Piece of code! Awesome. Another bug. If font size is set to something when applied a range at the end of a sentence. How do they do this? Create text editor decoration type. Okay. We create a decoration type and we give it properties. Text decoration. It looks like this. And then line range. There's a function called line range that retains a line range. Cool. We have the start and the end. I think this is the line. I didn't know that we have to supply a line. We have the start and the end. Okay. Anyway. The editor. We have the active editor. We already have it. Lines. For line 1. This is, sorry. Lines is, it seems that the sample code. And editor, edit, he edits the editor with edit. When the edit insert happens, or he is inserting from position this, the following lines, and he sets the decoration of the decoration that he created or they created. Where's the decoration? This one. Apply it to this range. So, okay. Alright, we are very close. So let's go back. Let's go back here. We have what? Here. We have the active editor. The active editor, how did we get it? VSCode something something something. Should we pass the editor as well along, or we have access to it from? Okay, I think we can just do this again, because we don't need to pass. I know I'd rather send the editor as a parameter because we can test the functions. Let's do this. Even though that it might be a little bit of a clutter. And we say editor. Editor of what, how we see the type. What is this type? VSCode text editor. Text editor. This way we can play with this one. And we pass editor. And then we also pass editor to here. And we take this part. Now we have the editor here. Sweet. We have the editor. What did he do, or what did they do? I keep saying he is wrong. It might be she. Alright. Set decoration. Set decorations takes a decoration type. We will have to create one at the top, and then we apply it to a range or options. we send an array of ranges. This means that it might be rather than setting this in a loop, set decoration, set decoration, set decoration, set decoration, we might have a list of the ranges, and then at the end of the command we say set decoration for these ranges. They must have done this for performance reasons, and I think I agree. All right, let's do this. Rather than set decoration, set decoration, set decoration, we have an array of a range. Should it be here? Because we are if editor, we can do this, and then we can, after it finishes, we get the ranges. Now, I also think that this is another, might be a pitfall. We don't want to define the variable here and access it in the functions from the global scope. We need to pass it through. I love passing parameters to functions because the function will not have to worry about scope at all. So let's define our friend here. It said, a VSCode range. So it's a range. Remove this to do for now. It's annoying me. And it should be here. So remove these extra lines. We say let secret ranges equals of I think we can infer it of VSCode.range. Can we do this? I spent enough time in Golang. I'm confusing stuff. Or should we say new range of this? Is it correct? How do we create arrays? Passing array an element expression, element expressing as any type. Okay. Let of VSCode.range equals JSON severely. Yep, push them into an array. Yeah, I love that we are on the same page. But how do we create an array in TypeScript? Okay. Oh, okay, there's a documentation here. Okay. TypeScript initiate array. I feel so bad. I can't be doing this. Arrays. Array. Declaring and initializing arrays. To declare and initialize an array in TypeScript, use the following syntax. The array name of this type. And then, yeah, we can just put it an empty, right? Like this. Like this? No? Yeah, it's good. Type never is missing. What is it? Never. So it's a range. What? Nightbot? What is this? I'm going to how to disable this Nightbot thing. Disable Nightbot from chat. I thought it came to help. to remember what part it from your channel in the control. I'm gonna part it. Let me do this here. And Nightbot TV. I can't believe. I'm sorry, Jason. Part channel. Nightbot is not there anymore. Can you send messages again? I removed Nightbot from the room. How offending. All right. There you go. There you go. This is better. All right. What happened, Jason? Oh my God. I think I need to change Nightbot to not to be too protective as a moderator. But now I lost my commands. Now if you want to know my theme, you have to ask me. I keep looking down because the chat is there. Sorry. I should be looking there. All right. Anyway, we have the range. So we are going to. Oh, we didn't put the. Oh, we didn't pass the editor. And now we need to pass the range as well. Secret ranges. And then in the definition we say ranges is a VSCode range array. We send ranges again, and we define it also in the definition here. Now we have ranges. So set the decoration for these. Oh no, sorry. Here we are going to add the range. Add the range. We say ranges dot push, and we say how we can get the range from scalar dot. Is there a range? We have to create a range. New range. Oh, I can do this without. And start position, scalar dot start position, and in position, scalar dot in position. Why is it complaining? Argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of type position. Argument of type number is not assignable to. Is this a number? I don't think there is any. So start position is a number. Isn't. It's a number. So we have to create a what? A start position. How do we do this? Go on. What? A position. Okay. New position. that will take, oh, I can't create a position. VSCode.position, line number, here you go. And the character number, what is this? Let's see the code sample just a minute ago. Here you go. Thank you, Jason. I'm gonna copy and oops, what happened here? To the code. Let's paste this. And remove my code. All right. Position. Ah, the line. Here you go, Jason. Here you go. Thank you so much. You're awesome. This means that we have to get the line as well. Oh no. All right, so does this scalar has, let's put this one, dot start position, and scalar dot, does it have a line? Key value mapping parent or value. Mapping parent. How do we get the line? YAML load parsed in our traverse. I think it's going to be part of the YAML node, isn't it? Node dot. Ah, this is weird. Where are we going to get the let's put this ranges. Let's go back to the parser. What document was it? YAML. This line. That is nothing. Jason says, hang on, you are passing in an array but pushing into another array. Should this not be in the function above? I'll come back to this. This is change decoration. We are not really changing decoration. This is the wrong naming. This is to discover. I haven't put the condition like check if it's secret or not, but we will do that. If it's type 1, it's a scalar, we have to check here to do, is it a secret? And then if it is, get the range and add it to, so it's not change decoration, it's call it add secret range. And then we are adding the range, and then we apply the ranges afterwards. Okay, but we haven't solved the problem. We need the line. Where do we get the line from? I thought that we can get the lines from the node. Should we let's make this compile and then debug, and let's discover where the line is. Alright, so position scalar, let's say here 1, just for the sake of it, and line 1, and scalar dot end position. Cool. Now I'm hoping that this compiles, and then we here we put a breakpoint so we can see if there's any values for lines. Error exit after running remember debug anyway. Abort. What's happening? Okay, I think this is what I told you about before. Like if I stop debugging before I closing the other window, I'm gonna quit and then code again. And now we debug. Why? Errors exist after running pre-launch task npm watch. Show errors. Ah, stupid me. There's no semicolon. Thank you so much. Okay, errors expected. So the blue is for the range, but there is a new push. So we have another one. Here you go. Here you go. Run extension. Because we lost the last one. No, open. This one. And activate. All right. Parsed. Let's see if you have anything in, for example, this key. In position 19, error key kind, start position. There's no anything around lines. Double quoted in position, plain scalar, true, API version, subposition. Could it be implied in the position, not in the line? In position 81. Let's see. We don't have 81 columns, do we? We don't have 81 columns. So what is 81 actually? This is weird. In position 137. Yeah, I thought so. It's the position of the character. It's the position of the character. Alright, this means that we are missing something here. Is this the only way that we can define a range? A range wants a position and in position. A position wants a line number and a character. A zero-based line value. Interesting. Let's see, before we lost here, are they using the same technique? What is this? Oh, we're not using this one. Ranges. Maybe there should be another way of doing this. So set decoration. Let's see what other options set decoration has. Let's close this one. Close this one and then stop. and think of just a function set decoration, just that, and we say bear with me. I'm just gonna do this window.activeEditor dot document dot set decorations. Set decoration type and the range or options, decoration options. Add a set of decoration to the text editor. If a set decorations already exists with a given decoration type, they will be replaced. Range options. And I will show file. Where is this link? Oh, window. All right, this is a bugger. Maybe we should search a little bit more. Because this is the only bit that I found when I was looking for something around setting decoration. Customizing the rendering matching brackets issue. Let's see if we can get anything from here. Sample code. I know this is not the best way to to find the documentation, but no. Okay, one last thing. Let's say VSCode set decoration. How about this? Has a VS product owner in the world? No, this is not it. Fade image is not covered. No. Create and style text feed. Flutter. Wow, this is so. What's this one? Try to narrow down our search results. Isn't it this one? We already have this one. Apply text opacity decoration without setting text color. What is this? Active set decorations, decoration type, new range. It all deals with lines. No? A range. No, wait a second. Yeah, line. Is there any? Let's comment this one. And see if the range has, oops, start line, start line, and start character number, and then end line. Yeah, the range also plays with the, it's expecting a line, and I can't think of a way to get the line from. Jason says you need a decoration type like constant. Yeah, we haven't reached that point yet. We will come to that. I just want to get to the range. And then he says, which bit are you trying to do? It's just an array of ranges which you have. The line must be in the code, in the node. It comes from the parser. No. This is the bit. The parser gives you the position in the document based on the increments of the count of the characters. And I'm assuming a new line is a character, maybe. But then you just have from 0 to the last character. So if you have 1,000 characters without considering the lines, you are reaching the 1,000 character, not line 100, position 100. What's this? 100? It's 10,000. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, pizza guy. Maybe you can help us. We're stuck. Maybe if we check these guys' code. Let's check. I know that there's not a lot, because it's a language specific. It's an LSP. It's not. It's all the things is done inside the LSP, but we might find something here. Package JSON, YAML validation, if array for each array, if flit file match URL convert relative file path absolute URIs, file match association. Yeah, it's just doing the association. Everything is done in the magic of the LSP in the server. So this one will not help us unless we go to the server itself. Search YAML, search YAML. Not the parser, no. Red Hat here. YAML. The language server itself. There must be parsing there. But I'm not sure where to find this. How to get the line code. Not the line number. Should we search for the word? Okay, pizza guy. What we are trying to do. See, this is where the Nightbot would have been awesome if it wasn't too narrow-minded. What we are trying to do is we are writing a Visual Studio Code extension that once you load a YAML file, if you invoke the command, it will find the nodes that are secrets. I think we're going to have a dictionary of these keys like secret, cert, password, whatever. And then for the value of that secret, it will decorize it so it's hidden, so it's like transparent, so you don't need to see the password. So if okay, so if there's a secret, you can do that. You can use document position at offset if the offset you have is absolute, I think. Document position at offset. Is this real? But then, okay. How did you get this information, man? This is awesome. Okay, so it's not, we are going to remove this. Oops. We are going to remove this. We are going to say we want nice. Google is awesome. Document. Is it the same type though? Document. document or editor dot document dot position at offset scalar dot start position, and then here we say I use this also as good as it needs to be done at the top. It's to create your range instances. Yeah, we're doing this. So we say editor dot document dot position at, again, scalar dot in position. This way we have, let me hide this. This way we have the position. So if we have the ranges, and then we say we uncomment this, and we say we supply the ranges, so it's a ranges, which is a range, an array of range, and the editor itself, this be consistent, the editor first, editor of what is it, VSCode dot text editor, why? Function set decoration editor of this type, and then ranges of this type. Why is it upset? Cannot find name editor. I'm a little bit lost. Thank you, Jason. Function. Indeed. Function. And why is this upset? Cannot find name range. VSCode. Oh, wait a second. That was in the YAML. Oh, correct? Yeah. Alright, lovely. For this one, we say set decoration type. We're going to create the type, and then we are going to pass the ranges. So we say ranges. Here we want to create a decoration. The type is text editor decoration type. A new text editor decoration text editor decorate. Oh, why? Text editor decoration type. What am I missing? Should I give it a type? Text editor decoration type equals new. Maybe it doesn't have text editor. Oh, text editor. I can't create new. Why? Constant decoration type. I keep not okay. For every 3 seconds, I'm going to look at this window. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. I just get carried away. All right. So, but it's not going to be constant. The constant we should create it at the top. Maybe we should with the activate. background color, red color. Okay. And then, oh no, we have to put it outside, correct? Because we want to pass it on, even though that I'm not really correct. And then we remove this and we say decoration type. But rather than decoration type, let's rename it to be secret decoration type, so that we know it's ours. Awesome. VSCode. What is the offset? Object is possibly undefined. Yeah. We are going to say editor here. All right. And then we need to call set decoration at the end of the execution. We say here set decorations, set decoration of secret ranges and the editor. All right, are you ready, people? Let's see what happens. Hello world. I'm going to remove these because I'm blindly trusting the code. Nice. We did it. But of course it's a mess. Nice. Awesome, Jason. Awesome, Jason. And thank you for answering, Pizza Guy. I think it's a very hard question, Pizza Guy. I'm hoping you are not spam anyway, but it's really tough one. I think it depends on what you are trying to achieve. Do you want to create websites? Do you want to just do small automations in your machine? I think there's going to be a lot of answers for this one. So if you like, ping me afterwards on Twitter. Mine is EMADASHI later. Ping me later, and we'll see if I can help you finding all the materials that you'd like, and henceforth. Cool. I hope this answers you, Pizza Guy. Thank you for passing by. All right. Now that we have done this, let's close this. Hey, JT is here. Welcome, man. Welcome. We have reached a very nice and beautiful stage in our extension. I think we are very close to be hiding the secrets. However, I'm not sure about the red color, but I'm going to keep the decoration for now. But we're going to keep it there. Sweet. All right. Now let's do the to-do. Is secret. How we are going to do this? We are going to check we're going to check not the value but the key here. So we have the value. We need to say var key equals node.key, and then check if the key dot, we have to cast it. I think it's a scalar as well. No? Okay, let's debug. I love debugging. And check the type. In .NET, it's very nice that you can debug and you put the breakpoint and you can see the type of the variables. So far I haven't figured this out in TypeScript. So let's just do this and debug again and invoke our extension. All right. So I have the node here. I want to get the key and cast it to the right type. So once I cast it to the right type, I'll be able to not just get the positions, I can also get the text. So I will be able to say, if the key.value equals secret, then add the secret range. But what are going to be the type? And this is actually one of the, oh yeah. Is it in the proto? So let me minimize the value proto constructor. Define getter. No, I don't think it's these things. Constructor. I wish there was an easy way. Is prototype of? No. All right. I think I have to fall back to the documentation. There was. So we go to documentation the last. This is very bad. We are programmers, very bad programmers. Just cast it to any. But this is not TypeScript, not nice TypeScript anyway. When we do this, okay, it's just a node.value. No, sorry, node.key. Minimize this. Node.key.value. Okay, so let's stop this. Stop. Let key value equals node.value.key.value, and then we say if key value equals, let's say API version for now, because we are just testing. This is going to be the word secret, or a part of the dictionary. We can check other dictionaries. And we say only then we get we can remove this one and this one and take these and format document. Oops, what happened? Format document. Okay, we screwed up. What happened? Yeah? Why is it upset? And we add another equal. Now save and run. Hello world. We still have the debugger. Nice. And nice. Okay, we don't have to cast it. We don't have to cast it, but it feels yucky because we are not 100% sure that it has a value. No, anyone comes from outside, they will not see that. Okay, now we are very close. Let's check something that is not in the first line. Let's say, for example, name, the word name. Stop the word name and run the extension again. And hello world. Oh, what's happening? Oh, here you go. We have a problem. Hello world. Why? Is it not right? The word name? Name? Let's put the debugger in. Oh, and then hello world. API version 5. The next one is kind. Yeah, it's kind. 5. Metadata. This one. That's fine. Spec. We're going on the root only. What is metadata? Let's check spec. Spec is type of what? Kind 1. Correct? If it's type 1, this is weird. Spec is type 1. I thought type 1 is scalar. What does the documentation say again? Jason says, is it a nested type? Yes, so it says in a YAML structure, according to the documentation of the parser, all the nodes are of type YAML node. Where is it? It says that, YAML node. And then each node has a type. It's either another YAML node, it's either a scalar, a mapping, a map, a sequence, anchor reference, or including reference. The property that is the kind, if it's one of these, then you can cast them to YAML mapping or sequence or map. So I'm assuming that it's a sequence, but the problem is the kind is 1. Correct? So if I Jason says it's not recursing down as well. If kinds 2, then traverse. Yeah. I think what we should say here, if it's not 1. Correct, Jason? I see what you're saying. Let's do this. Not 1. Oh, sorry, not 2. Not 1. Not 1. Not scalar. Then continue traversing. Well, we might have a problem. Hello world. And 5. Oh yeah, we still have a problem. I think this is wrong, because not all of them have mappings, correct? Let's put the breakpoint again. And hello world. So we are coming at the beginning. if the node this is weird. It's kind. What is the kind of this? It's kind 2. Let's just try to understand what is 2 and what is not 1. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a map. 0, 1, 2. So if this is the case, 1 is a mapping. So scalar must be 1. Could it be 0? Maybe it's 0. Yeah, the problem is it does not say scalars are one of the 3 nodes. It does not say if it's 0 index or not. Let's try this. I know we are doing it by trial and error. It's annoying. 0. Once, you know what? We also can come here and check if it's 0 or not. Once it's a scalar. Run. And Jason says, can probably also have children and traverse and change to end of. I'm not sure I understand the last one, the last message. Why did it not run? Hello? Oh, it's already running? It's already running. So stop this one. And start again. Hello world. Okay, we are in the root. Root is kind 2. So I'm assuming it's the mapping. Okay. So let's F10. And we are going in childs. Now, if kind is 1, what is this node? Node is API version. It's a scalar. And the kind is 1. How? Scalar is this one, not this one. So how do we? I think what we need to do is just check if it has if mappings is not null. All right. I think we just need to check if it's does not. Oh, yeah, exception. Of course. All right, because it does not have mappings. It does not have the property mappings. Okay, I understand. Stop. All right. Sorry. Hanged on me. All right. Justin says, dump the tree. You said it so many times, I agree. All right. We're gonna have to wrap in 12 minutes because I usually try to make it only 2 hours. You want me to dump the tree, so let's dump the tree here. But if I dump the tree, we are debugging anyway, so dumping the tree is exactly the same, isn't it? How do you want me to dump the tree? So you want me to just console log and everything? Like this? Are you happy? Happy, Jason? Jason Sobel says, console log with kind value. See if nested nodes are ever visited. Okay. Object 1 is kind 1. This is that we know it's a scalar. The key kind 0. So this is a scalar. The value is a scalar. The key does not have a type. Object 0 is not kind 1, which is, I don't know what is. Mapping. It's a mapping. Correct? But it does not have mapping. So if it's kind 1, so object 1, kind 1 does not have mappings. So it's wrong. Object 2, which is the specs, I think. No, it's also the same. Object 3 is kind 1, the metadata. And it does not have mappings. What's the value? Metadata. Metadata does not have a value. But it's probably have sequences. How we can get the sequences? Ah, here you go. The value has mappings. Ah, I see. The value has the mappings. All right. And this is for if it's kind 1. Hence why I said add traverse and change to end of the kind equals 1. Here also traverse. I want to traverse. Okay. So if kind 1, okay, 1 second. If it's kind 1, we are not 100% sure that we are going to have. So we have always check the value if it's kind 2 or not. So we check the value. We don't check the key. But it's how can it be a key? Huh. Jason says, in that block, check if it's not secret walk through any children to see if they are instead. Walk through valued mappings if value has children. I guess if type is not string. I think we can check on the value. The value also itself has a kind. We can check on the value. But I was hoping that we can get this from the key. So it's not if not kind. If not kind equals 1. And then we check on the value of the object if the kind is I wanted to check here. Okay. Fair enough. So we don't need to check here. This is meaningless. I'm gonna remove this check. And even this check. Do I need it? I feel so stupid. Listen, thank you so much. All right. If kind equals 1. So for example, let's take one step at a time. We are in the biggest node object. Kind is 2. So if it's not 0, then it probably has children, correct? So it has mappings. This is where I feel like I'm doing something wrong here, because 1 might not have mappings. All right. So if it's not equal 0, then traverse on the mappings. If it's 1, let's find 1, like this one. Check if the value is not 0, then send the map the things again, the secret again. You know what? Yeah. Selector. It's a type of a mapping. This one is mapping itself. It's an object. So if the value if the node dot value dot kind equals not equals 0, then traverse on node dot value dot mappings and the editor and the ranges. Is this what you want, Jason? Ah, true. Just like we did before. We have to do this. Yeah, sorry. For let child node of node dot value dot mappings. And then I feel a little bit yucky about my code, the way it is. And here we say child node. Correct. Let's run this. Oh, you know what? I don't know if this is. Let's close this one. Stop debugging. Oh, what happened? And start again. Run the extension. Hello world. What happened? Resulted in an error. Okay, let's do it again and put a breakpoint. I feel I'm rushing myself. Run the extension. Hello world. We are traversing the mapping. Oh, here you go. There's no what? I don't know what we did there. Again. This one. I think next time I'm gonna do live sharing where I'm gonna send the link to Jason and he can do this with me. It's very hard to get it from the chat. Let me see. All right. Maybe if we debug it again. I'm sorry, Jason, if this is annoying you, or if it means I'm slow. I want to just get to figure out. Wait a second. I just need to figure out. Did we remove the console.log past? What is this? Deprecating warning? Buffer is deprecated. Security. Why do we have this? It's upset. Where's the object? Yeah, it's not even throwing the object. Let me stop this and quit. We just do the code and oops. No, sorry. Code and this is the last thing we're gonna do. Okay. Debug. Where are our debuggers? debug. Open. And activate. This is so weird. I have no idea why this is started happening. Oh, here you go. So object 1 kind 2 has mappings. Object 0 kind 1 does not have mappings. Value 0 does not have mappings. Two has mappings so far. Kind 1, the value 0 does not have mappings. Kind 1 value can have mappings. So it's not really the key, or the node object itself does not really tell you. No, it's the debug console. Alright. I think it's becoming late and my brain processing power is really going down. So the node is key and value. The node itself has a kind, but then each one of these is a node itself, which has a kind. If the node is like, if we close everything, kind 2, it's a mapping. It's a map. And then once we open the map, there is nodes underneath, which is the mapping itself. I love recursion. But it's usually my recursion is one type, but not two parts of a node. This is why I'm a little bit confused. So the first object, this object, now this is a node. But if this was a big node, it was of type 2. This means it had mappings. So in the mappings, we get the first index, which is this object, which is this one. It has a kind by itself, kind 1, which is a mapping, not a map. I'm not sure what the difference is. So this one, and then the key does not have a kind. No, it has a kind. So there's a key. It's a scalar. And the value is also a scalar. And then the next object, which is this one, it has a key, which is kind 0, and a value is 0, which is means scalar. And then object 3, which is this one, the key is object 0 because it's scalar. The value is kind 2. It's a mapping. But how can we know that from here, kind 1? We can't. Or we can from kind 1. So kind 1 is always have mappings, correct? Kind 1. Oh no. Kind 2, yes. kind 2 has mappings, kind 1 is a map. Or is the opposite. Kind 2 is a map. Kind 2 is a mapping. Yeah. So kind 2 has a list. I see. Now I see. Okay. So check this out, Jason. In our recursive function, if the node kind is 2, then this means we have a mapping. And this will work. Else, it's not 2, it's either scalar or a map. Sorry, this is the map. If it's a mapping, then the value might be a list or mapping. If it's another object, listen, I'm gonna stop using object. Mapping. If it's an object, then we recurse on the objects. If it's a mapping, we recurse on the mapping. This is more like it. How do you like this? Okay, if I stop debugging, does so if node kind is equals 2, then it has property called mappings, and we are gonna traverse over it. Which is like a list. Else, if it's not 2, it's either scalar 0, which is probably it's not going to be 0, because the 0 is only for the key and the value. If it's kind 1, then it's a key and an object. If the object is not kind 0, then we need to send the children. The children is either a sequence or an object, correct? So it's either we send mappings. I like this one so far. So okay, so let's put the debugger here. Let's put this. Let's close this one. Stop. And put this one here. Okay. Save. Start debugging. Hello world. I'm gonna come back to your comment. Okay. So if we are forget this one. So this is the root. We are in the root. The node is 2. Correct. Yeah, this is it. So it has, if it's type 2, it has mappings. If it has mappings, we loop through the mappings. Now we are at node. If I open the key, it's the API version. So we are here. This is the whole node. We are at the whole node. Is it kind 2? No. What happened? Get out. Get out. Low. What happened here? Come on. Isn't this get out? Should I start again? Stop. I have no idea what happened. Let's do this again. Wow, it hanged. Okay, forget this one. We are the root. We are no, we are 2, so we are in the second traverse. Check out the node that we have. It's the API version. So if I go ahead, it's not kind 2. What kind is it? 0. Sorry, it's kind 1. Means, I don't know what it means really. Means kind 1. Okay. Then, so it's not a scalar. Yeah. If that's true, what is the kind of the value? The kind of the value 0. If it's not 0, we'll see about this. This one is the key is the kind. We are in second node. Is it kind 1? Yes. Is it kind 0? It's not kind 0. It is kind 0, sorry, so we jump off it. Now this is where the magic is. This is kind 1. See, because this one, kind 1, is not just an object. It has a list. Or no, sorry, it has an object. This is an object, not a list. The value is metadata. What is the kind? It's 2. It's 2. What it means if it has 2. Let's open node. And a value has mappings. So we have to go through the mappings, correct? So it has mappings. And we continue. Jotham is here. This is awesome. If you only want to call it if it has mappings, why not just check if node value mapping is not well undefined? Because I'm not sure about the sequences. So once we reach here, this is a sequence. I'm not sure how it plays. I'm not sure if the property is mappings. It might be sequences. So I think we can check if it's mappings, then check mappings, send it to mappings, otherwise send it to sequences. let's just continue. And this one is, I want to reach the where it says namespace, sorry, namespace. Oh, here you go. We are going through them. All right. Okay. I'm gonna remove the breakpoint for now. Just let it run through and see. Yeah, we have a problem. I think it's reaching the bit where it's upset about the consequences. One last run. Hello world. And then I just see the part. So the part. I wanted to see this one. The key is the metadata. We already checked this one. I need the last one, which has sequence. Spec is this one, but then this is the first object, the second object, the third object of spec. Where's value? Mappings. There's the third object. This one. This one has, what is the key here? This is template. It also has an object. Mappings. Oh, here you go. Mappings. The sequence. Or spec. Value. It also has mappings. What is the key here? Containers. Yeah, this is what we are after. The value is kind 3. This is the first time we come across this, which is the sequences. It has items. This is it. If it's type 3, it has items, it does not have mappings. So here in our loop, if it's 1 or 3, correct? If it's 2 or 3. If it's 2 or 3, if it's 2, we send the child nodes. But if it's 3, this means a list. But if it's a list, it's probably going to be also 1, and we're going to check it here. All right. So if we can stop here, we say else. We don't have to have else, I think. Else if node dot kind equals 3, then for this we say items. No? How about this? If this doesn't work, if it's 1, then I think this is where we need to remove this. If it's not 2 or not 3, check if the value is not 0. And we can remove this. And pray. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go sleep. I'm really sorry, I took much of your time. Didn't work. Alright, I'm going to say for next time, just check if the item has mappings, loop on mappings, if item value has items, loop on items, and this is it. What do you think? Jotham says, from YAML syntax, YAML excels at working with mapping, hashes, dictionaries, sequences, arrays, lists, and scalars, strings and numbers. So I think you are nearly there. Yeah, I think we are. So mapping is dictionaries, and maps mappings. I think I just need to distinguish between these two. But I agree. So 2 and 3 are the ones that will incur a recurse for us. Mapping is 1. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted if it's 1. I'm just gonna copy this. Put the if node 1 is 1. Oops. Remove this if this. If the kind is 1, then check the key value, and then we have to check the value if it's mappings. This one, if key value equals name, and if node dot value dot kind equals 0. Do this. We have to check on the value type. Jason smiling, this means he's frustrated. He says he can, but it's also his kind of which says it's probably the name, as that's not property. I'm guessing it's an array or something. I think I have to really understand what the YAML structure really is. So this one, I'm saying this one means it has mappings, just like the parent. If the value, I'm trying to get if the value has mapping or items, then I was hoping that I can get it from the node. This is the node kind, and I can figure out the value. I think I have to check the values only. Oh, maybe this is a good thing. If I just check on the values only, I get a node, I get the value. If it's scalar, change it. If it's not scalar, it's probably this or this. Should we try this before we sleep? Let's do it on the values only. One last time. All right, Jason. All right, forget about this kind. We need this one if kind equals 2, because if we are in the root, we don't have a value. We have mapping. So we are going to keep this one. Now, if it's not kind 2, then we check the values. If unless we have a list of secrets, but we are not going to go there yet. Remove this one. Forget this one. If it's equal 1, then it's a key value. If the value kind is 2, no, sorry. If the node.value.kind equals 2, then it's a mapping, and we do the same. For each in node value dot mappings. Else, if is actually 3, this means it's a sequence. So if it's a sequence like this, what are we going to do? Forget the sequence. We do nothing. Else if the value kind is 0, and its name, no, and the key value, yeah, this is correct. If the key value is name and the key value count is 0, then do this. Happy? Start. There you go. After 1 hour and a half struggling with YAML. Woohoo! We did it. All right. Let's see if we put the name as app. Just to make sure that we are listing right. Nice. Nice, nice. The only remaining thing is that we check if it's containers, if it's a sequence. No. If it's a sequence and the sequence value is not an object. This is going to be very hairy. Set it to spec. You want to see how spec is going to work? Let's see how it's going to work. Spec. Doesn't work. Doesn't do anything. You have no ad for that level though. I know. No. Yeah. You did Ilya, but something for next week. Absolutely for something next week. I'm very happy of what we have done so far. So just to demonstrate it one last time, I want to put app, save, run, and execute. Oh, it's not working anymore. Oh, here you go. Nice. All right, so we are extremely close. Next time we will see how we can traverse over lists rather than mappings, and clean the code of any logging or not logging. Clean up some of the code. I really want to get this right, this part. This one will become a configuration. So if it's a list, it's a list of items that we can check. If it's the word secret, if it's the word password, then it will just do that rather than app. And this list can be configurable. We can put it somewhere as a configuration. And then we can say it's done. So I'm, based on how much struggle that I have spent on this one, we have spent on this one, I think we need maybe 2 sessions again. 1 session to get this right. one session for the configurations, because I don't know how the Visual Studio Code extensions work with the configurations. And maybe one last session to go through how we are putting this in the marketplace. Jotham says, but put comments on the kinds so you don't forget about next week. Absolutely right. Kind 1 means it's not just a scalar. But not it's not just a scalar, it's an object, key object. If it's kind 2, it's a mapping, and it has a property called mappings. Applies to root, for example. Ah, this is 3. This should be 3. This one is it's a sequence. Is this real? Is this real, Jason? Kind dot. Oh no, we already have something. Okay. This is much better. Okay, let's do it as part of the, it's a sequence. I'm gonna create a to-do file. Let's stop this. So we can talk about our experience so far. So it's gonna be in the root. Add to-do. Use the kind enumeration. Figure out exactly what are these types. Apply something for sequences. Figure out configurations so we can store the list of keys of secrets, password, secret, and publish to code market. Sweet. Support block highlighting for secret blocks. What do you mean secret blocks? You mean the whole thing? Is if it's a list or the individual? Alright. I think this is it. I'm going to add readme file as well, because we don't have a readme file. Oh, we have. Sorry. The readme file is... I created this one before. When did I create it? This is readme for your extension. This is the readme file that is put by the Visual Studio extension generator. We will have also part of the thing that we need to do for the next time, the to do. make proper readme.md and add the kind and add the names of kind people helped. This was Jasobel, Jotham R, and JT. I have to look him up. JT. J Tango 18. J Tango 18. And Pizza Guy. Alright, if there's if this is it, then thank you so much all for coming. I'm going to actually what is this? I'm going to go to my terminal here and go to my hide my secrets. And commit it and push it. Git add all. Git commit. The message is we hide secrets. No, we hide values based on key, but not for sequence. Git push. You all have access to the repos, so thank you so much, Jason, Jotham, and for everyone who came. You really make this stream what it is. It's so much fun with you all, guys. If I'm gonna do this by myself, it's gonna be boring. So see you next week, and thank you again for being here.